Okay, done. Here we are, once again struggling, trying to figure out why we have empty pockets. Get tired of being all the roads being closed, and due to floods in British Columbia here, they just flooded right out of the lower mainland. So I went and got another bearing kit, $17 Canadian, gives me 10 fast 80 bearings. At least now I can build my rear ends. So let's see what we got to do here. We're going to do axles, because you guys get tired of this stuff. I've already trimmed the rear end housings off of the trees, and I've assembled my little pinion shafts. 1, 2, 3. 3 here. I've got 10 bearings. I've got 4 out of the Tamiya Grand Hauler kit, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 BC6 E-ring circlips. Give me a minute. All right, so I've got the differentials jammed full of Redline extra heavy duty grease. That'll tighten up the action and kind of simulate a lock differential. I'm going to use the Tamiya ceramic grease on the axles on the splines as per manual. Got all my little parts laid out. Let's see if we can't get some circlips on, but wait 1 minute while I get my pliers. See, the pressure's just killing me here. Okay, I have my circlip installing pliers. I may have to ask Mrs. Empty Pockets to put her hand over top just in case one goes sprawling and wants to get away from us here. Drop one of these, send it flying through the air, and drop one of these, we'll be screwed, man. Okay, let's have a look at our grease. The tube's already open, so that's good. We don't gotta poke any holes there. So, let me see. If I put one of these like the picture, and I take one of these, I need to put, and I'm gonna run the kit bearings on the inside close to the differential, and I'm going to run the fast eddy on the outside and on the pinion shafts. So if I put one of them there, but that'll slide right over, so that's cool. Come on. Okay, there's that one. So that's going to go in there like that. I'm going to put a stock wheel bearing on there. And let me spill out a few fast eddy bearings here. How about one more just for good luck? Okay, and a fast eddy bearing. Really, it's quite a bit of difference actually. Nice sealed bearing. These ones are semi-sealed, not sealed, I don't know. Supposedly roller bearings. Fast eddy definitely looks a lot nicer and better. So let's put one of these over here. Now I need to put a clip on there. Gonna be hard pressed to enjoy this. Okay, well, that actually went pretty good. All right, bearings. Oh man, they roll so nice. Okay, that's one. One, two, put a Tamiya down the inside, put a fast down the outside, and then go on. Alright. So we'll have this and that. So, put it together. Put it on. Put it on. Alright, we'll put it on. So that's it. Alright, we'll put it on. Tell me, down first, up, down next. Another 180. So 180. Alright, so on, boom. And we'll say we'll be 10, and we'll have 8, and we'll have 0. Now, we'll do 3 10. So you can slide together. We put these here, we'll start 6 of these. But it's fine, we just that. We put these here, we have a little bit in there. So, I'm going to use one of these. Put a little grease in the spline. And a little grease on the shaft. And then we shall insert it into the differential. Then we'll take the other half, and again it says to grease here where this bushing should be, but we have a wheel bearing or roller bearing, so it'll be all right. And we just need to grease the shafts. So we'll do that. And we shall insert it into the differential. And that should be that. Assembled with our bearings on the axles, so everything's good. C-clips are installed. Everything's good. So now we need to get our axle housings screwed together. Step number 16. Number 16 requires BA number 1 times 8, which is a 3 by 15 millimeter little screw. Tamiya kit always has the life-size drawing there. It's dark, so I know it's a dark colored screw. If it was silver, I know it would be silver. So that's 1. I'm betting that's 2. Always double check because sometimes they can be just a little bit off. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Output shaft. So it will be a front rear end assembly, and I need 8 little nuts for that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, 7, and 8. 2 joint couplers. There's 1, there's 2, and 2 grub screws, which what we know as little tiny set screws. Which means I'm going to have to find a little tiny Allen key. Should be in the kit. I'm going to leave those grub screws in the tray because we're tired of looking for screws on the floor. It calls for no grease, but it calls for Loctite. 1 minute, guys. Okay, I have my Loctite. Oh, let me get all set up here. Tight supplied in the kit. I have my unofficial Tamiya Loctite applicators, or as we call them, toothpicks. So I don't need that. I don't need that. hang on, guys. Just take note when you're assembling them. One's got the round holes here, that's where the screw will go, and one's got the recess for the nut, captured nut. So that makes life really easy. Calls for Loctite on the little nuts and the little bolts. So let's drop a rear end in here, an assembled differential. So I always try to hold everything the way they show it in the instructions, and you can't go wrong. So we're going to drop a rear end in here, lining up where the wheel bearings go. They got little spots there. And that doesn't fit worth shit. So it goes like that. Get our wheel bearings into the wheel bearing recesses. Wheel bearings. The ball bearings. Let's get the ball bearings into the spots. And I believe that this one needs to come all the way out to the end, and he'd be a little happier. Okay, so that's there, that one's there, that one's there, that one's there. That's good. Never mind the furnace, it's winter here in Canada. So now if we take the back rear end, the output shaft, and it should just fit right on there, and by goodness, by golly, ollie, it does. Sort of snaps into place. Just check the action real quick. Everything seems to work. Okay. Staying as we were. Let's put a screw in there. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just cleaning up the excess Loctite, just in case. Don't want any on the plastic if we can help it. Okay, so now we're going to torque them down. Torque them down to your Rockwell 44 HD rear end manual. I imagine that would be the correct spec. There we have it. Front rear end. Let's see if we can make it work. Oh, look at that, it actually works. Inputs turn on. Which way is which? Yep, this is up. I'm calling this the front of the truck. Inputs turning, outputs turning, axle shafts are turning. Everything's turning nice and free. Shit. I gotta take this apart, don't I? Yep, I do. I didn't put any grease in there. And I snap. I overreact. I lose it. Oh my, I can't believe this. Okay guys, now that I've disassembled the rear end again, let's go ahead and put some grease on the pinion and the Whatever the hell the main gear is called, differential gear, I don't even know anymore. Let's make sure that we have enough grease on here that everybody will be happy. A little more is better than a little less. It'll throw off whatever it doesn't need. Make sure that pinion gear's got a good bunch on it. Gonna be packing big loads. I don't know. Tamiya is a funny company. Smearing grease on little tiny gears is enough to keep a grown man entertained. Now that I've got everything all greased up, let's put the differential and axles back into the rear end housing. Oh, come on. There you go. Oh, that looks so much better with a little grease on it. Okay. And then this one will go on like this. We've got holes, we've got round. Maybe put this one aside. We'll grab this one and put it on like this. Make sure. Oh, look at that. It just spins so much freer. Captured nut. You got round holes. Let's do this all over again. Okay guys, there's the front rear end built. Everything spins nice and freely. Everything is screwed up tight. And I'm not going to put the joint cups on. They will go on there with a grub screw, but I'll dig all that stuff out after I build the back rear end. And then I'll put all the joint cups on. And we'll all be stoked and happy. Till next time, empty pockets. Wondering why I have empty pockets? Thanks for watching.